Hello guys and welcome. So in this video I'm going to be answering the question, what is Outward? This video is aimed at people who know nothing about Outward and have always been curious. Hopefully it will serve as a good starter guide for you. And as per always with the What Is series, I'm going to link as many useful resources in the description box below, including to the trailers that I'm going to show in the video, the official websites of both the developer and the publisher, and the Wikipedia page. But before we continue, a quick message from past Mithrie. Thank you for watching the video so far. Remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell to help with the YouTube algorithm. Now, back to the video. So, Outward is an open-world fantasy role-playing video game developed by Canadian studio 9 Dots and published by Deep Silver. The game can be played in multiplayer both online and or locally through split screen. The game focuses on survival as well as the concept of the player being a commoner rather than a hero, and features several survival game aspects. On top of more traditional gameplay of action role-playing games, Outward includes several survival aspects, such as having to carefully watch one's warmth, hunger, fatigue, and thirst. It's also possible for player characters to suffer from such conditions as cold, a disease, or indigestion. That's if, obviously if you eat bad food. Losing all of one's health in battle can lead to a variety of consequences, including being imprisoned by enemies or being brought back to safety by an NPC. The game has an auto-save system, meaning the player is unable to manually save and return to earlier saves upon death, or other such setbacks. While the game has a magic system, spells were specifically designed to be challenging to obtain. Similarly, skills and stats increases must all be earned by completing quests for NPCs or paying experts to receive training. Quests can have multiple outcomes, and success or failure can permanently affect the game world and how the story progresses, such as a character being convinced to stay in a faction, or an important city being permanently destroyed if the player fails to kill certain characters. The game starts with a player character and inhabitant of the city, Serzo, getting shipwrecked off the coast of their home city. They had previously inherited a debt called a blood price from their ancestors, a debt that must be periodically paid. A blood price affects all members of a given family, and the voyage was meant to pay it off. Now penniless, and despite having barely survived the deadly wreck, they are given only 5 days by the desperate townsfolk to pay off this debt and retain the family holding. Once this debt has been paid, or the player's home has been seized, the player is given multiple ways to react to their unfair situation, and the true story begins. So all of this I've just read out, it's the first literally couple of hours of the game. So you really have to make sure that when you're exploring the first town, that you really, really do everything you can to pay off your debt. Otherwise, you're going to be in dire straits for the rest of the game. Let's see. They can free themselves of their bloodline by joining the holy mission of Elat, enter a new spotless bloodline by helping the Blue Chamber Collective, or free themselves of the entire system through the heroic kingdom of Levant. These three factions are trapped in a stalemate. The Blue Chamber wants to uphold the current status quo. The Kingdom of Levant wants to overthrow the unfair blood price system and let people live for themselves. And the Holy Mission similarly rejects the bloodline and social systems upheld by the Blue Chamber, but only because it hinders the forming of a unified front against the common enemy of mankind, an otherworldly force called the Scourge. After the player joins a faction, the stalemate starts to crack, and global events begin to progress. The main part of the story consists of three parallel storylines, one of each of these factions, all of which are perspectives of the bigger story. Main quests have time limits, though these are typically several months. So, what they've also done to make this game a lot harder, when you open the map, you don't have like a waypoint to say you're here, therefore you know exactly where to go. You have to look at the map and work it out. That alone makes a game a lot more challenging, because I think as gamers, we are spoiled by always having waypoints, Especially in RPGs, we know exactly where to go and so on. So navigation is never an issue. But in a game like this, it really is. It can be a big problem. And you will find yourself soon in dark tunnels, dark caves, and so on. So it's not as easy as you may think to navigate around all the time. If because you don't even know on the map where you are to initially. So you have to work that out. You have to look at your surrounding and work out, okay, I'm here, there, and I want to go there. And at the very beginning of the game, at least, the combat is actually really difficult. Like, even the most basic NPCs will just whoop the crap out of you. So you really have to be careful with your survival. So it is a true survival game, as well as take care of yourself, take care of your health, and so on. Now, I really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed it, but unfortunately, I didn't have anyone to play with. That's the thing. I'm sure that if I had someone to play with, it would have been a lot more fun to co-op. But I did see a lot of the popular streamer Carnage play this game, and it was really fun to see him excel the game a lot further because he was very good at the game, and he also had someone to help him out through the journey as well. So it's definitely a game of exploration. It's one of those. It is definitely open world. It's more open world than a lot of RPGs claim to be, and I find it's a game like the more you play, the more you want to play, the more you discover, the more you become more powerful, but the more balance you find as well to your play style. Like you will know very quickly, okay, I should go there or I shouldn't go there. And then you can remember the world that you're exploring as well, because that's one of the things I love about MMOs, sorry, RPGs as well, generally, is to just be placed in a new world and discover new areas, new locations. What are they doing? What are the characters doing? Why are they accomplishing this and so on? There is a detailed crafting system as well. So you have to gather materials and you have to refine them. You can refine them into better weapons, better armor, and so on. You can cook food. But if you cook bad combinations of food, then it can lead to indigestion. So you have to be careful. You can't just clump anything with anything and it will be perfect. You know, that's the thing. You actually have to consider your cooking recipes. Recipes as well. You can basically always make items if you just guess the recipe. So if, as in, like, if you're doing all the required components of a recipe, it will make the said item without having to have the recipe. But unless you have the recipe, you won't know. You'll have to just guess or look it up or so on. But it's useful to try and make things that you know how to make. So let me know as those comments down below. Did you play Outward? Did you like it? Tell me what you think, and so on. So guys, what we're now going to do, we're now going to visit the official websites for the developer and for the publisher. Usually we just visit the publisher official site, but there is both in this case. And we're going to see what they have on there. Okay, so this is the official site from the developer, 9 Studios. So you can see the trailer and how to buy it on Steam. There's a Discord server, some screenshots. It says, you may not be a demon god or chosen one from some long-lost forgotten prophecy, but what you lack in divine powers, you more than make up for with cunningness, determination, and intestinal fortitude. And as such, you must forge your path in the wild as you explore the land, eating, sleeping, hunting, resting, and healing, and of course, fighting. All skills you will need to live the adventurer's life. So all they're basically saying is, it's not like other RPGs where basically you're always a hero sent with the power of the crystal to find the last magical sword, and only you can get it. All that stuff, forget it. It's a case of you're just a random person trying to make a name for themselves in the world, and if you don't take care of yourself with basic things like eating or drinking or staying warm, you will die. So yeah, like, it's really, really put you back to the very, very basics, which makes this game different than most RPGs. Some nice screenshots, more text, but I'm not going to read it. So, and it depends on you as well if you like this sort of graphical style. But one thing I find is that it serves its purpose, let me just say. Like, it really emphasizes the world cleanly. It can still give you beautiful locations and difficult monster fights and so on, without having to have, 4K 60 FPS graphics, sort of thing. Okay, so that's the developer website. Please peruse it. Link in the description. And read what you like. Now let's go to the publisher website. So this is the publisher website for Deep Silver. So apparently DLC is coming as well. It says it is available for PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. Most likely, given what they're talking about with PlayStation 1 and Xbox Series X, it will probably be available on those systems as well, but we have to just wait and see. So features: survive in the wilds as you explore the land, play solo or cooperatively, online or split screen, dynamic defeat scenarios that react to your context, constant autosaving means there's no turning back, ritualistic step-by-step approach to spellcasting, unique experience with every playthrough. Yeah. So you're not going to have the same playthrough twice. It isn't scripted that you must go here, you must go there, you must go there, or anything like that. You explore and you decide where you want to go. And then you see there's news updates. There's a whole collection of screenshots and videos and so on. So anyway, guys, this is one of those games you need to just experience. And at the beginning, you might find it difficult, off-putting, but it's one of those games where the more you play, the more you might find you want to play. And it's always infinitely more fun. As I've mentioned, there's so many other game videos, what is videos, to play with other people. If you have someone to team up with, you can go through the game. They don't have to be an expert. They don't even have to know the game. But as long as there's good communication between the two of you, then you together will discover the world. And also, as well, you will probably save each other's life in different situations. Like if one of you is becoming weak, the other one can save, and vice versa. So yeah. So like I said, guys, let me know in those comments down below what you think of Outward. Have you played it? Are you interested? And so on. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch around the video over there. You can watch the latest upload down there, or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.